The planned album hasn't started, we haven't started work on it yet, but as Martin alluded to in the video diary that he did, we have come up with a concept for it. Alright guys, Rick here from Start Clinic. I just wanted to update you on what has been going on. Now, I can't share all of this video with YouTube, so most of it will be on here, but some of it has to be saved back for our patrons. Now, that's not to be difficult, that's just because there's certain things that are going on at the moment that it would be foolish to put publicly on YouTube until I can share that at a later date with you. I will do that at some point, don't you worry. Been collecting footage of what's been going on. The planned album hasn't started, we haven't started work on it yet, but as Martin alluded to in the video diary that he did, we have come up with a concept for it. The concept is quite an interesting one. We're basing it around framework, and we still don't know what genre it will be. In fact, it will be anything. It's not going to follow any particular genre patterns. We will just do whatever we feel is good for a particular track or suits a mood, and the framework is to do with essentially our lives as in the music industry and everything like that, and where we are now. For anybody, part of my idea came from watching Trainspotting 2, and I was thinking about some of the comments that were made by people that were involved in it and how they wanted to reflect, not have one that was done a couple of years after, because it'd basically be the same people, but how they are now. They're in the 40s and they're different, they've been through life a bit, things have changed, and how they look back on it. And we want to do it from that angle. We don't want to be anything we're not. But at the same time, we've got bags of experience and influences from our own music in the 90s that we will be looking to try and not recreate, but I think it's better described as use influences from. Don't know in what way yet. As I said, this is just a framework that we've come up with, and the music will have our usual sort of my uplifting style to it in some bits and dark places, and it will tell a story of the whole journey really, and that's the idea. So since you're in on the journey, we thought, why not have it so you could join us on the journey? And it's about being on a journey we don't know about, and you don't know. You're on it with us. You know, this is the whole point. You're part of the getting behind us and hopefully hoping we succeed, and hopefully helping us succeed as well, and having a happy ending to it all. But it could fail. The music we know will be good. Don't worry about that. We'll get that done. We're both very confident in what we do. Martin's a fantastic guitarist, as you'll hear me say many times, and he's got plenty of experience. So there will be guitars in it somewhere in some of the tracks, or I don't know. But these are all things that are going on at the moment. And one other thing that's happened is we needed to create a record label for the music to come out on, because we want to press up 500 copies of the vinyl, limited edition, and we're going to include the names of people on it as well, and anybody that supports us. And what we haven't worked out how we're going to formulate that yet. It's got to be done fairly. We can't just have an album covered with a load of names, and we also want people's names to stand out as well. So what we have to do is we will be also releasing not only the vinyl, but the digital copies of the album will be available when it's done. And this means you have to set up a label, a record label, to be able to sign up with distributors who will then distribute the digital music to to all these different stores online, like iTunes and things like that. And I will go into detail at some point and show you exactly how that works, because I want to be transparent with you and teach people as well who maybe are producers who are signed to labels, and show you what goes on. I think you'd be very interested, and it also comes down to why people don't get paid by record labels most of the time, and I'll be talking about that in future videos. And that is one thing we want to do, is help people help people really who are in the industry, who are musicians that want to get somewhere and don't know how to, or have got themselves in contracts where basically they're a rip-off. And there's a lot of it that goes on, and this is a big part of where we've ended up bringing forward the record label idea that we had. Now, we're not going to be signing music from any other artists at the, we don't even know whether we are. I don't think so, but that could change, who knows. But we would have to be in a position of being quite popular ourselves in order to do that, because there's no point us putting out other people's music if we can't even promote our own. So I know a lot of people do that, but we're not like that. We've got some what's the word for it? I don't know. Anyway, you get my point. And what happened is, and I'll be releasing video footage of the actual moment when I received one of these emails back from when I was going round record labels that we'd signed deals with. We get no advance or anything like that from them. Signed away our music essentially between 5 and 10 years, and found out that they'd done nothing for us whatsoever, and we'd earned absolutely nothing. And we probably worked out, putting all the money that was made, or all the tracks that were sold, we worked out we could probably sell that amount ourselves. And that, in the space of 3 years, how long it's taken, they've had the record already, or our different tracks, Start Clinic tracks, we figured out, right, okay, we could probably match that inside a year. Beating zero isn't very difficult to do after all. So that led to the idea of, let's create Start Clinic Music, the label, earlier than planned. Quite an easy name to come up with, might as well call it Start Clinic Music, and not deviate from the whole thing. So what will happen is we're releasing some of our back catalogue and unreleased stuff on that label. Just see how it goes, and at least it's under our control, which is very important. And one of them tracks is Lines, and you can see that track or listen to that track on our YouTube channel, and that is coming out. It was supposed to be the 20th of May, but because what I want to do is have a special official channel launch and label launch and release, I might as well release it at the same day. And there's going to be a brand new remix to it as well, and a brand new mix that's coming out on it. What will happen is that we're going to push that release date backwards to the 3rd of June, and we're going to do something special to sort of celebrate the launch of the label that I hope you guys will enjoy. So that's that. What happened with the first track with Lines is we got it back from a not very good, in our experience, label that we signed it with, Istanbul Records, and they sent us a very sketchy idea of what had been sold, and basically we hadn't made any money. Then they tried to charge us €40 for them to take it down. I pointed out, they pointed out to me that the contract that we signed was for 10 years, and it's like, well, yeah, and arrogantly, quite snarkily said, "Oh, haven't you read your contract?" And it's like, haven't you read your own contract where you've breached it yourselves because you failed to provide me with any statements, which were supposed to be provided quarterly. So that got ripped up, did that contract. We put out Lines, which was funny. We put out Lines on our Start Clinic YouTube channel, and we got hit by a copyright strike. So that came from the distributors. So this is where it's worth explaining at some other point. But this came from the distributors for them, and I told them in no uncertain terms that actually you're the one in breach of copyright here, and you need to take it down, and within 4 minutes they'd taken it down, their version of it that were on there, which were good, and it had been taken down from other places. There's still a few up that need taking down, so I've got to sort that out. And then Martin put out his video diary, where if you saw that one, it was showing you the music on Logic Pro itself and everything. Really interesting. I like that video. And what happened was, we got a strike on that one as well. Same people again. You couldn't make this shit up, and this is a funny thing about music. So obviously we got back to them and says, same people. They did remove the copyright strike, but we're going to have to be active, going on the attack against these labels. We figured that it is best if we go on the attack rather than being in the defensive if people put copyright strikes against us. So we're going to now nail all what they've got and say, take them off. They're in breach of copyright now. And the same will happen with, it's what you have to put up with in the music, and they're clearly not doing anything for us, are they? So all that is going to be coming back, and we'll be re-releasing all that music on Start Clinic Music, the label, along with some new mixes and new music. So that is what's coming up, and it wasn't expected, it wasn't part of the plan, it's just what happened as we were doing this. And this is the beauty of the whole project. It's the very fact that anything could happen. We don't know what's going to happen. We're going to keep you posted. As soon as things start rolling, you'll start seeing videos of what's going on, action and behind the scenes and producing music and lots of different things. And we're planning on setting up a Patreon page because we need that support to be able to afford the vinyl itself. We're not made of money, and hopefully as time progresses we can save that money for the vinyl pressing and pieces of equipment that might make your experience of watching all these even better. Well, better, you know, at the moment it's fairly ploddy, but this is just the beginning, so don't, you know, lose faith with it, whatever you do, because there's loads to come. I would ask you, as a follower, if you can share these videos, share our music, and give us as much support as you can. Just by being subscribed, you're really, really helping us. We want to get, I know it's a long way off, but our first 100 subscribers vital, and then get to the 1,000 subscribers, which will free up us to be able to really, really push on and do something with the audience that we've got. And with setting up the Patreon as well, we've got an option for them patrons to really get as involved as they want with this whole project. So you know, literally be part of it fully, you know, deciding on the future. So it's a lot to come, and a lot being done. Now this video has gone on for a very long time, but there has been a lot going on, and like I say, a couple of parts of this are going to have to be cut out, so only patrons will get the full version. Now again, that is not because I'm just trying to put a paywall behind some stuff. It's for genuine reasons, and the patrons who see this will probably know where in this video I've had to cut it and why. And as soon as I will tell you what's in it, but I can't tell you right now. That's the problem. You know, it's just certain things I can't tell you right now, because sometimes revealing your hand too soon to certain people is going to be problematic for our music in the long term. So we want to get in there first. We've got to do certain things first. So yeah, sorry I can't share all of this video, but the guys in the actual Patreon will get to see it, because there won't be that many people in there. So yeah, that's the thing with it. Anyway, it's been absolutely nice being able to share a video with the people who are subscribed. If you aren't already subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button. There is going to be an almighty fascinating journey in store. There's going to be loads and loads of activities going on. and that launch weekend as well. Launch month actually throughout June, where there's going to be loads of different things, including like director's cuts of some of our music. So with Lines, for instance, we'll be able to talk you through that exact how we made it and where the inspiration came from and everything like that. So it's really, really worthwhile just from what we're doing with the old stuff, let alone the new stuff. So and you'll get a feel for how we work as well, which I hope is something that you'll develop towards what we're doing. And if we want to hear from you, so leave anything in the comments. If you have got any questions at all, please, we'll be glad to respond to them. Hit the like button, hit the little bell as well to remind you when there's a new video, and just share it with people and let them know what's going on and to support this, because we want to show that you don't have to be signed to a big label or any label to make your music be able to go somewhere. If it's good, it'll do well. But it's a very, very clogged market, and it does take a lot of effort and time. And I want other people as well to be able to see that it's not all great. There is the bits behind the scenes that most people don't see on the finished tune. So, not any music. So that's it from me. Don't forget, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram as well. You can follow us on Instagram. Just check out Start Clinic Music, and you can head to startclinicproject.com or startclinicmusic.com, and there will be things on there, the latest blogs and stuff, so you can check out all that. Thanks very much for your time, and I will catch you guys later.